You wanna know who I am? Folks call me the Bone Man, ain't my real name, but it's the one that's stuck. Tonight on Requiem Radio, we're talking about a piano man. Now down in New Orleans, they had a fella once, Professor Longhair they called him, Fess to them that loved him. The man could make a piano sound like three men playing at once. That left hand of his rolled like the river tumbled like dice. And when he eased into a song called Tippy Tina, folks say the whole room changed key and didn't nobody know why. That's the kind of hands we're talking about tonight. Magic hands, magic fingers. And a man who found out the hard way that some things you can cut and some things you can't kill. This one's called Magic Fingers. Bob Deslorn played piano at the Blue Verbena for 31 years. And everybody who mattered in New Orleans knew his hands didn't belong entirely to him. They moved faster than the ear could track. He'd learned to play the Fess way, that rollin' rumba boogie left hand. When Bob eased into Tippy Tina around 1 in the morning, something in the room changed key that had nothing to do with the piano. A man could walk into the Blue Verbena drunk and heartbroken, and walk out sober and forgiven. The bar sat 2 blocks outside the French Quarter on a street the tourist maps didn't bother printing. Next door was a shotgun shop that sold candles, oils, and things in jars nobody asked too many questions about. The woman who ran it was named Pam Brosard. She'd known Bob since they were children running the same drainage ditch. She'd never once told him what she really was. She didn't need to. He'd always known. The trouble started with a man named Tony Calabro down from New Jersey with a portfolio full of other people's blocks and a smile that never got near his eyes. He wanted the whole street, the Blue Verbena most of all. He came to Bob first with a number that would have set most men up for life. Bob turned him down over a glass of bourbon unhurried. Let him know that piano had outlived better men than either of them. Tony wanted to know what made him think he was worth more than the money on the table. Bob just smiled and rolled into the opening bars of Tippy Tina slow like he had all night, and told him the same 4 words he'd give him twice more before this was over, that he had magic fingers and he wasn't selling. Tony laughed like it was the best joke he'd heard all month. That time, he let it go. 3 weeks later, on a night thick with river damp, Bob stayed late to close up alone. He was wiping down the bar, humming something that wasn't quite a song yet, when the door he'd already locked opened anyway. Tony came in first, 2 men behind him. This time there was no smile left in him at all. He'd given Bob every chance a reasonable man deserved, he said. And he was through being reasonable. Bob told him, quieter now, that some things weren't for sale. And that included him. Tony crossed the room slow, almost gentle, and took Bob's right hand in both of his, like he meant to shake it. Turned it over. Looked at the fingers a long moment, magic fingers, he said back to him. Bob's own 4 words handed back like a debt come due. And he allowed as how they were about to find out just how much magic was really in them. What they did to him took longer than it needed to, because Tony wanted him awake for most of it. Pruning shears meant for a rose garden somewhere in the Garden District. When they were done, they left him on the floor among the wreckage of his own hands and walked out into the rain. Tony paused at the door, long enough to mention flowers. Pam felt something crack loose in the air around midnight. The way she always felt those things. She came through the wall between the two buildings and found Bob Gray and drowning in his own blood. Still conscious. Still trying to press his ruined hands together like he could hold himself shut by a will alone. She did everything her grandmother taught her to do for wounds ordinary medicine couldn't close. She sent her nephew crawling under the bar to gather every finger, every joint, every sliver of bone the shears had scattered. Wrapped them in red flannel while she worked. Made him a promise without needing words for it that nothing of his was ever going in the trash. Bob held on for 4 days. On the 4th night, the fever won. Quiet total. Pam sat with him until it was over. Then she took the red flannel bundle out back to the narrow bed where she grew the plants her trade required. Buried it deep. Watered it with rainwater and something darker drawn from a jar with no label. She did not cry. Crying wasn't going to be enough for what she had planned. The county called it sepsis and left it there. The way people do when the alternative explanation is worse. Tony's company took possession of the blue verbena within the month. Quiet, clean. Confident that a dead man wasn't going to contest much of anything. Planned a little gathering to market. Nothing large, just himself and a bottle of something expensive alone in the building he'd finally won. He heard the piano before he reached the door. Told himself it was a radio left running. New tenants moving in early. Told himself that all the way up the steps. He was still telling himself that when he pushed the door open, the room was full. Every property owner on that block standing shoulder to shoulder in the dark. The laundromat family. The shop owners, a handful of faces he'd only ever seen shuffling past his construction fence. All of them turned toward the piano. All of them smiling the particular smile of people who've been waiting a long time for exactly this. And at the bench sat Bob, grinning. Hands moving faster than any hand had ever moved in that room. 10 fingers slick with river dirt and grave water rolling through Tippy Tina like the song had been waiting under the floorboards for him the whole time. Behind Tony, the door swung shut on its own weight. Pam was standing against it, pruning shears loose and easy in one hand, the way another woman might hold a set of keys, saying 4 words. One more time. He's got magic fingers, not missing a note. And the whole room laughed with him. You've been listening to Requiem Radio, where music bleeds into the supernatural, and that was Magic Fingers. Some men think a piece of land is worth more than a piece of a man. Some men find out different. You can cut a man down to the roots, don't mean he stays cut. Ain't gonna be no more tonight. Y'all rest easy. And don't let the dark drive you home.